Hi, my name is Manveer, and this is my journey in ATT10TIVE. Who am I and what are my hobbies and passions? I am a Luton sixth form student that studies acting, business and criminology, and some of the passions that I have are playing sports such as football. I also like to write poetry when I get the chance. I like to travel a lot and I am really into acting. Aside from my hobbies, my passion is that I want to help the people around me in any way that I can, and also to try and do better for myself in all parts of my life, which is very relative to what ATT10TIVE is about. How did I find out about ATT10TIVE? I joined ATT10TIVE through the apprenticeship opportunities at Luton Sixth Form College. I was extremely intrigued and looked through the website to find out what the organisation does, which caught my interest, so I signed up to be a part of Youth Ambassador Week, where I was introduced to some of the opportunities that they provide. Youth Ambassador Week. I went to Youth Ambassador Week at Futures House in Marsh Farm to look at some of the opportunities that ATT10TIVE provides for the youth ambassadors, as well as some of the skills that the youth ambassadors learn. For example, we were able to look at some of the organisations that ATT10TIVE work with or operate across Bedfordshire, such as the VERU, Violent Crime Reduction Unit, who are an organisation that help in tackling violence and the exploitation of young people in gangs. We were able to ask some questions to Kimberly Lamb, who is the head of the organisation, as well as many other important people within Luton who we appreciate and gave their times to educate us on the work that they do. As a group, we were privileged to meet the now former Chief Constable, Gary Forsyth, and the participants asked questions about certain issues, mostly relating to young people and the relationship with the police, and on the differing views that we had as a collective. We also had Deborah from AUK Radio, who provides our Youthology radio platform, where she talks about what it's like being on radio and the different skills that are required and developed. These were only some of the opportunities that ATT10TIVE provided, and I also got to experience some of the different activities and skills that the then current youth ambassadors developed, which included presentation skills, events management, communicating effectively, photography and networking. These are not skills that are usually taught within schools or even colleges. This meant learning new things and things which I never learnt and were not familiar with. I was intrigued and I decided to take the opportunity that was given to me, so I applied to become a youth ambassador, where I had the privilege to take on some roles and responsibilities that ATT10TIVE provided for me. Some of the work and opportunities I've been involved in since I joined was ATT10TIVE's work alongside the police. I've had the opportunity as a youth ambassador to receive training and being able to work with the police as a JPS scrutiny panel member. This is where the panel watches body-worn videos of the police using force on members within the public. We assess the circumstances of the incident, and we as the panel members judge whether force which was used was justified or not. Then the panel members will rate how the officer handled the situation based on a traffic light toolkit system. The Luton Fairness Task Force event. As a youth ambassador, I also got the opportunity to attend networking events such as the Luton Fairness Task Force event. This was probably my favourite event I have been to, as I was able to learn and take in so much. The event was focused on some of the issues within Luton which were seen as a priority for the council and the community to work on. These issues were the housing crisis, cost of living crisis, and whether people within the town were able to access enough food for themselves. I had the opportunity to speak to different people to gain insight into who they were as organisations and what they did in order to solve the issues around the town. This showed me that more needed to be done to help vulnerable families around Luton, as it is unacceptable that many lived in underprivileged circumstances, such as small rooms, and had to resort to using food banks. Being one of the few young people in the event, I believe more young people should have been involved in discussing the current issues, as these issues that I have talked about affect a lot of young people. We often hear that young people are the future, but at ATT10TIVE, we are given the opportunity to participate as a part of society today, not just in the future. Another event that I have participated in was the Luton Sixth Form's Careers event. In this event, I was able to talk to students about ATT10TIVE and the opportunity that the organisation provides. As time went on, I was able to improve the way I delivered my message and picked up more confidence in speaking to students. The careers event was a great experience, as I was able to learn different things such as effective communication through asking questions, matching body language, and turning your shoulders towards the person you are communicating your message towards. Some of the creative material made here are featured on these slides. For example, my posters here is based on motivation and well-being, and my video you can watch in your own time about the JPS panel explaining what we do. I am also part of ATT10TIVE's poetry group, where I learn poetry and make my own poems. I am especially grateful for ATT10TIVE, as I found my passion for poetry through being part of the poetry group. Some of the skills I've been able to pick up in my time of ATT10TIVE are confidence, as I have now much more confidence in my abilities through the fact that I have been able to take up the opportunities as a youth ambassador. I have been able to work better as a collective and as a team, which has significantly improved my teamwork. I feel that the confidence in my own abilities has allowed me to become more resourceful towards my team members. I am more determined than ever to do the best I can for myself and for others. Through ATT10TIVE, I have also been able to tap into my creativity through making creative material. I feel that I have improved overall and benefit highly through becoming a youth ambassador. ATT10TIVE has been such a great experience for me. It has given me opportunities and experiences I would have never had, and I have been able to develop skills through this organisation that I wouldn't have been able to if I never took the opportunity to join. It has enabled me to step outside of my comfort zone and do things I never thought possible. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my ATT10TIVE journey video.